Hello and welcome to MB Tech. My name is Matthew Bingham, and today we're going to go over doing the security updates for some previous software that we've installed for this Homelab. One of the biggest things that has come out of all of these Log4J issues and stuff like that is to always be vigilant and always know what type of software you have actually installed on your systems. For instance, the Unifi Controller that I showed you guys how to install, that version has now been replaced with a newer version that has the patch for the Log4J security issue. And then we're also going to be upgrading the Grafana, because in Grafana there was also a security exploit as well for that. In general, we don't have to really worry about that too much because it is a lab environment and we are behind a firewall and we're not opening up the ports. And at least I'm hoping you're not, because we want this to be more contained within our own control and within our own access. So, you know, our firewall should not be letting in different ports and stuff like that. But we want to be as safe as possible on our internal network as well. So the first thing that we're going to do is patch the Unifi Controller. As you can see, I'm running 6.4.54 and it's now 6.5.54. Okay, once we get in here, what we want to do is go to the settings and go to the backups, which is in the system, I believe, into the maintenance. And here we can see that we've got the backups, and we want to back up just in case. You know, can't hurt. Last one was done at 7 p.m. Today, so we will go here and we're just going to download that. Okay, that backup has been downloaded, so we have that just in case if something were to go wrong. Next, we're going to want to log into the Raspberry Pi itself with an SSH connection. Okay, now we're going to go to the Unifi website to get the latest version. So from there, we're going to go to the Unifi website, and we can see that here's the 6.54 version, and that it fixes a security vulnerability found in the Log4J security. So there's that information, and then we want the one for the Debian Ubuntu. So we're going to right click on that, and we're going to say copy link. I'm going to go back to our Raspberry Pi, and we're going to do a sudo wget, and it's downloading that file to the Raspberry Pi. Okay, the file has been downloaded. We can just do a quick list. Once we have the package downloaded, we're just going to run the sudo dpkg and the file that we just downloaded. So we'll go back to the Raspberry Pi. We'll post that in and hit enter. It even tells us right here to make sure you make a backup. So once again, make sure you have a backup. And yes, we have a backup. Shows us that the 6.4 was found and that we'll be installing to the 6.5.54. Okay, the Unifi Controller has now been upgraded to the 6.5.54 version. Okay, once that's completed, we're actually going to update everything else that's on this system. What we can do now is just see what else needs to be upgraded on this Raspberry Pi since we last installed it. So we can just do a sudo apt list upgradable. We'll do a sudo apt get upgrade. It's now telling us that we have the 37 packages, and then we say yes to that. Okay, everything seems to be updated. Now we're just going to do a sudo reboot, and we're also going to watch it from a constant ping. Next, we're going to do a sudo reboot, and then we'll run a constant ping to see when it comes back up online. After we get the ping responses, we'll go to the website. And as we can see, it is 6.5.54, so it has been upgraded. We can log in. And there we go. We're all updated to the latest and greatest for the Unifi Controller. The devices themselves might need to be updated, but let's see. Devices. Nope, they're all up to date, so we're good to go. So that is the patching to get rid of the Log4J exploit on that, Log4J exploit on that. So now we will go to the Grafana server. That's this one here. And then basically all we're going to do here is we're just going to do a quick yum check update. And from that, we'll see what packages need to be installed. But we'll do a yum update now. And the one that we're really concerned about is this Grafana right here. This will upgrade it to 8.3.31. And once again, you know, I do like to go to the different release notes. So here is the Grafana, and I'll put this link in there as well for 8.3.3. It came out on 12/10/2021. So this will update this for the exploit that was brought up about Grafana itself, and this will get this up to the latest and greatest. So we'll go to that thing, and go to that server, and we'll do a yum update or upgrade. Okay, looks like everything's been updated. So now we will do a reboot, and we'll send a constant ping to that one as well. Okay, we're getting ping responses from that. Once we go to the website that we have the Grafana installed on, we can see that it is running the 8.3.3 version. Okay, we just finished upgrading the Unifi Controller to the latest and greatest for the Log4J exploit. You shouldn't have to worry about it if it's behind a firewall and it's all internal and you do not have cloud access to it. But just in case, it's always good to update. And then we also updated the Grafana from its 0-day exploit that was installed on that as well. Once again, if you're behind a firewall, well protected, you should not be affected by that, but it's best to get your software up to date to the latest and greatest. I know this was not planned, but I just thought it'd be a good thing to go through for security purposes for your home lab as well. It's just as important to make sure that you are running the latest and greatest software on your systems. My name is Matthew Bingham. This is MB Tech. I hope you enjoyed this. Next, we'll be doing the actual Prometheus scraping of different server files, as well as the Octoprint, and creating dashboards and importing dashboards in Grafana so that you can actually get a graph and see what's going on with your systems, to see what issues you may have, as well as just getting CPU and basic statistics, as we call it, CMD, CPU, memory, and disk. That information will be displayed for all the different systems that we'll be setting up in the future. I hope you enjoy this, and please like and subscribe. Thank you, and have a great night.